And ladies and gentlemen, we hear the music. We see them making their way to the ring right now. The Lightning Express, the UWF World Tag Team Champions, Brad Armstrong, Tim Horner. They are poetry in motion.
They sure. I'll tell you what, Tim Horner, Brad Armstrong, they trained for a long time together, and this UWF Championship was something that they had their sights set on for a long time, and they finally got it.
Yeah, they finally got it, and this match that's ensuing right here is a match that I'm really looking forward to, because this Steve Cox and Davey Haskins definitely have all their credentials to be a great tag team in themselves. You know, Steve Cox being the protege of Steve Dr. Death Williams, you know what kind of credentials he's got. We have the real makings here of a great scientific wrestling match.
You know, exactly, Magnum. These guys right here, they all go out there, and they always go 100% whatever they're out there. You know, Steve Cox, a great amateur wrestler, a great, not pro football player, but college football player. Like you said, he has all the credentials, and this should be one of the highlight matches that ever be seen on TV.
You know, I got to take my hats off to the Lightning Express, because they came here, the Power Pro came here in the UWF, stating one thing, that they wanted their chance to be on the very best, being on the top. And right now, they are the World Tag Team Champions. They've defended these titles all over the country, and they've done so successfully thus far. And I think we're going to see a great deal from these fighting champions, I like to call them, because they turn back all competition. They don't duck their heads and hide. They don't sit in the closets and let those titles gather any dust. They're always in that ring defending them.
You know, you're right. You know, most guys that are champions, as far as a championship team that holds a title or a belt, usually they back off and they let the challengers be on the offense. But these guys, they come right out, they take the match right to whoever they're wrestling. And I'll tell you what, I congratulate them for it, because they go all out.
They sure do, and that Davey Haskins was going all out right there. Beautifully executed arm drag, and then Brad Armstrong with a nice counter of his own there.
Look how quick.
I mean, it's unbelievable, the pace, because these are the finest conditioned athletes in the world today. That's why they are the very best representing what they do, and they're really utilizing that right there. Nice fireman's carry takeover right there.
White lighting himself right there, Tim Horner.
Unbelievable.
Timmy Horner, I'll tell you what, being around professional wrestling, I don't really think that there's any that are any faster or quicker than Tim Horner right there. He's as quick as they come.
I mean, he just showed you right there. You know, Davey Haskins tried for that drop toe hold, and he just jumped right out of the way and turned it right around and used it himself. But they're really showing right now that these athletes are pretty well matched. I mean, things are pretty even thus far. It's been a back and forth tussle, and with the tag team champions are really showing what they're made of here, because they're going full bore. It's that stay hungry state of mind that we're talking about right here.
That's right. You know, Brad Armstrong, you see right there, the quickness, the strength, he came up with that flying headlock takeover. But Davey Haskins right there reversed out of it with that head scissors. There's Brad Armstrong right back up on top.
Right back on top, got things under control, got things settled down. He's reassessing the situation right here, and that's what he's got to do. He's got his man down, he got him down on the mat, but he's really being cautious, because he knows this man has just as many counters as he does, and he's going to try to utilize them to come out on top here in this situation. Tim Horner with a nice schoolboy takeover right there, putting his man right down with that nice side headlock takeover. I mean, this is an up and down wrestling match if I've ever seen one.
Well, they are. I'll tell you, right now, Brad Armstrong, Tim Horner, they seem to be staying pretty well in control. You know, there's been a few reversals, but these guys are staying right on top. You know, David Haskins shooting Tim Horner in. Toss. Going for an elbow. Moves. Tim Horner, that quickness again pays off. He's right back on top of that headlock takeover.
I mean, they're just staying right there with that basic side headlock, working that one part of the body down. And that's really what it's all about, finding one weakness and capitalizing on it and wearing it down, trying to find that weakness and let you come up with that winning combination of a 1-2-3 count.
It's just like you said, Magnum, you know, these guys are so evenly matched that Horner and Armstrong know they're going to have to stay right on top of these guys and not try anything really fancy. Just basic wrestling and staying right on top of them.
You know, we've seen an awful lot of nice counters here. They're going back and forth, and I'm really surprised. Davey Haskins has been in here quite a while now, hasn't been able to get out and make a tag, and I think that's where the tag team champions are really showing their experience right here, working as a team, because they're keeping a fresh man in there as long as possible, and that has got to eventually take its toll on Davey Haskins, because he can't possibly be as fresh as two men that are working in and out of the ring utilizing that tag. He needs to get his partner in there and use a little bit of that fresh start that he's got built up.
All right, we got it. You know, Davey Haskins, you got to give it to him. He's been staying right in there. You know, they haven't really, nothing has really been devastating. It's just been wrestling all the way through. Horner and Armstrong staying on top. I tell you, he needs to tag out.
Yes, he really does. You know, it's been back and forth. Been a nice reversal here, but you know, Tim Horner utilizing but a nice head scissor takeover right there. And Haskins is going on the offensive right here.
Look at that, Armstrong right there with that front cradle. That's it.
Yeah, just that quick there, the World Tag Team Champions, the Lightning Express, taking that victory right there on Davey Haskins. And ladies and gentlemen, and we have a break coming up, but after this break, we're going to take a very special look at the UWF World Heavyweight Champion, Bubba Rogers.
I want to get a look at this one, Magnum.
Me too. We'll be right back after this break.
Lovely champion going against Dr. Death. Dr. Death can't take that away from either one of them. Tell you something, my man's going to be on Dr. Death.